friends, it's Kelly, and I have a layout today for Tool Time Tuesday. And this month we are focusing on using stencils. And I'm just going through some of the products that I will be using. And so far I think I've shown the Authentique, winter line. This is the stencil I'll be using, and I will be using some light and fluffy modeling paste with a little bit of Distress Oxide ink mixed in. And the color I'm using right there is Tumbled Glass. And I'm just going to run that through the stencil, and I'm going to actually use more than one color because I'm doing a layout of the twins, and the paper pad that I'm using, it has lots of different colors in it, and I just thought this would be a fun look. And I kind of added more than I intended to, but kind of ended up making a whole background, not just a little bit of one peeking behind the photos. I did the whole thing, which in the end was fine because I ended up covering up most of it anyway. So, and here I mixed up some Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide and Victorian Velvet, just to make a little bit more of a muted pink color. And then I'm going to brush some Perfect Pearls on top of all of that, just to give it a little bit of shimmer and sparkle, which you really can't see in the video, but you can see it in person. And here I started to film I was doing the packaging technique with water and ink, and somehow my camera shut off, so I lost some footage. And then I'm just inking the edge of my whole background there. And then I decided I wanted to use some of this lost shadow to add a few more, a little bit more of the stencil. And I'm going to mount that paper onto this background paper from the Authentique line. I'm trying to decide which way I want up, but and I always use my sleeve to I know that's probably weird, but I use my sleeve to like burnish the edge or burnish the adhesive into the background paper. So that's what I was doing there. Now I'm just mounting my photos. I'm going to give them a triple matte, and the first matte will be white, second matte will be this darker gray, and then the third will be that cute little paper you see there with all the different colors. And I'm going to cut a little banner up there at the top and use the Welcome to Winter. That was a cut apart sheet. Well, it was part of a cut apart sheet, and I cut that little ticket out to use as my title. As you can see, I did end up covering up most of a big portion of the background I created, but there's enough peeking out and it was fun to make, so. And I did use my stencils, and you could still see it some. So I'm going to make a cluster up here at the top, just using this little banner that I cut. That's the opposite side of the hats and scarves paper that you see there, that little diamond paper. So I just used a scrap of that paper that I mounted all these two photos on to create my banner up there. And then I punched those stars out of some glitter cardstock. Snowflakes. I punched the snowflakes out of glitter cardstock, and then I'm going to put my title right there. And I went through my color drawers and found this little label that I wanted to use, and I'm gonna stamp the date on that eventually. And I'm going to use that over there. So I didn't have enough room to add much of anything over there on the right hand side, so I'm moving the whole thing over a little bit so I have some room. And then I decided I needed more of that diamond pattern paper over there on the right hand side to bring some continuity. And then I'm going to place my tag and the little part that I cut off the ticket up there, and then another snowflake. And I'm going to pop that snowflake on to some foam adhesive. And then I'm pulling out these little, I'm going to add my photo corners because I'm still trying to get those used up. I have to keep them on my desk so I don't forget to use them. I find that's a good trick to, if you have something in your stash that you want to get used but you don't use it, keep it on your desk in your sight. If I keep it in my line of sight, I'll use it. And then I'm going to use these gems here in a moment. So I have these little gray, like corduroy heart, puffy hearts that I got from AliExpress, and it was perfect, so I had to use it there in that cluster. Now I'm finally getting to the Paper Studio gems that I keep saying, and I do something else, and I'm going to add three of those to each of my clusters. And I am done with this layout. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to go check out all the other ladies participating in this Tool Time Tuesday. You'll find everybody's link down in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Bye.